Molly-Mae Hague is now a multimillionaire after reportedly signing a new seven-figure deal with BeautyWorks. The former Love Island star's new business deal comes after she was criticized for her tone-deaf comments on wealth inequality. Speaking about her latest career move, a source told The Sun Online, Molly's range with BeautyWorks was a bestseller, so she's signed on with them until winter 2022. The deal is worth seven figures. An insider added to Mail Online, Molly loves working with BeautyWorks, and her recent launch of the new color Molly-Mae has become a best-selling blonde extension color for the brand. In 2022 they hope for it to outsell any other hair extensions on the market. The BeautyWorks collaboration with Molly-Mae is continuing to grow and grow. BeautyWorks was one of the first companies to work with Molly-Mae after she finished as runner-up on the 2019 series of Love Island. The influencer has since released hair extensions and curl kits with the brand. Molly-Mae is also a creative director for fast fashion brand Pretty Little Thing, which was also reported to be a seven-figure deal. The reality star, who has her own fake tan range, has also collaborated with brands including Ego Shoes and Starbucks. Molly-Mae sparked significant online backlash after comments she made about wealth inequality during a podcast interview she did in December. The businesswoman said, "You're given one life and it's down to you what you do with it. You can literally go in any direction. When I've spoken about that in the past, I have been slammed a little bit, with people saying it's easy for you to say that because you've not grown up in poverty, so for you to sit there and say we all have the same 24 hours in a day is not correct. But, technically, what I'm saying is correct. We do." She went on, "I understand we all have different backgrounds and we're all raised in different ways and we do have different financial situations, but I think if you want something enough you can achieve it. It just depends on what lengths you want to go to get where you want to be in the future. And I'll go to any length." She then added, "I've worked my absolute AE off to get where I am now." Molly-Mae's subscribers took to the comment section of her latest YouTube video last week to share their opinion of the backlash the influencer has faced, with some choosing to hit the unsubscribe button. One wrote, "You have done really well for yourself, but undoubtedly saying that we all have the same 24 hours came across awfully because we really don't. Privilege is so real in today's world. Some people work ridiculously hard but have barriers to success such as family background, racism, etc." Another follower added, "Molly, I've supported you through and through since Love Island, but I'm so hurt by what's said in the podcast. I can comprehend that perhaps you don't mean it in the way it came across, but the point being is that it came across in a really terrible way." Unsubscribing. What reflection on how our society awards idiots. Meanwhile, many of those who make a meaningful contribution struggle, typed a third. A fourth subscriber said, "Completely out of touch and deluded. It's embarrassing to listen to her speak on the matter because she just consistently exposes how sheltered and ignorant she is." A spokesman for the star told Mail Online last week that Molly acknowledges that people are raised in different ways and from different backgrounds and that she never meant to offend. A statement read, "Molly did a podcast interview in December about her own rise to success. If you listen to the full conversation and interview, Molly was asked about how the nature of her potential grows and how she believes in herself. This part of the interview was discussing time efficiency relating to success. Molly refers to a quote which says we all have the same 24 hours in a day as Beyoncé. She was discussing her own experience and how she can resonate with this specific quote. Her opinion on if you want something enough you can work hard to achieve it is how she keeps determined with her own work to achieve more in her own life. Molly is not commenting on anyone else's life or personal situation, she can only speak of her own experience. She acknowledges that everyone is raised in different ways and from different backgrounds, but her comments here are in reference to timing, hard work and determination in her own life. If you listen to this interview you can see the whole conversation was about her own personal circumstances, how she has grown up, and this small clip in the conversation was talking about a quote that inspires her. Social media users have shared a short snippet from this interview with words such as "if you are homeless buy a house" and "if you are poor be poor." These are absolutely not Molly's words, these are not Molly's thoughts, and this isn't at all the meaning or thought behind that conversation. Molly-Mae issued an apology via her Instagram account, which boasts 6.2 million followers. She wrote, "I wanted to come back online today as normal, but I feel like before I do I just wanted to say this. When I say or post anything online, it is never with malice or ill intent. I completely appreciate that things can affect different people in different ways, however I just want to stress that I would never intend to hurt or upset anyone by anything that I say or do." She added, "I apologize to the people that have been affected negatively or misunderstood the meaning of what I said in the podcast. The intentions of the podcast were only ever to tell my story and inspire from my own experience. Love to you all, always X." Dragon's Den star Steven Bartlett defended Molly-Mae after she was crucified over her controversial comments. Entrepreneur Steven, 29, who interviewed Molly for the podcast, waded into the debate, suggesting the backlash was a result of sexism as he called out the double standard that successful women face from critics. Taking to Twitter, he wrote, "Molly-Mae did an interview on my podcast yesterday. A soundbite from that interview went viral. She trended no. 1 on Twitter, every newspaper covered it and MPs weighed in. I've had male guests say what she said. No one cared. But when Molly says it, she's crucified. Crazy." He continued, "I have become aware of the double standard that successful women face. If I interview a man he can brag about money, take full credit for his success and talk about his cars. If I interview a successful woman, she's got to tiptoe around her success and watch her words." Steven, who recently replaced Tej Lalvani on Dragon's Den, then added, "Gender issues aside, the standard we hold Molly-Mae to as a 22-year-old that's figuring out the world is absolutely outrageous. She once said she didn't like Italian food, it trended no. 1 all day, was written about in every newspaper, and she had to issue a public apology." 22. Meanwhile, Love Island star Amber Gill recently weighed in on Molly-Mae's widely discussed comments, branding her views damaging. Amber vowed not to add to the pile-on of critique on the star but conceded that her mixed-race background meant she could not share the view and also limited those living in poverty. Amber and Molly-Mae starred together on the 5th season of Love Island in 2019, where the former won the show and the latter found love with boxer Tommy Fury. Having scooped a legion of brand deals and lucrative contracts, Molly-Mae is deemed as one of the show's most successful contestants. In a video shared on Tuesday called "Answering Your Deepest Questions," Amber apologized to fans for her absence from YouTube and vowed to make 2022 the year of YouTube and asked fans to subscribe to her channel for really good content. She explained that the main question to arise referenced Molly-Mae's comments about success and her statement, "We all have the same 24 hours in the day." Speaking to the camera, Amber said, "I'm just gonna get on to this as it's the main thing everyone's asking about and it's the trending topic and asking, do we all have the same 24 hours in the day? The short answer is no, but I will say I don't believe in inciting hatred, trolling or jumping on anyone in the public eye, so that's why I normally like to chat on stories and weigh in, but I'm very conscious that when people are piling in on top of somebody that I don't want to add fuel to that fire." Returning to the question, she went on, "However, do I think we all have the same 24 hours? I just don't. Because I come from a mixed race background and I can see different perspectives. I don't have that view. Social inequality is a massive thing, whether it's race, gender, sexual orientation, anything like that. To say we all have a level playing field is very damaging. I'm very fortunate, I fell into Love Island because I'm deemed attractive, which is luck. Just look at my other family members. Just joking, my other family members are cute too, we're a cute family. Obviously you've got to be deemed attractive on Love Island, you have to have people like you. Not everyone is as fortunate as me showing my personality. I was lucky that I won, I was lucky that people follow me. I'm not saying it's not hard work to get where you are even in this industry, because it does, and it does take determination, but it's very damaging to say we all have the same 24 hours because we don't. For me, I'm in a position where I can get on a flight to Dubai or get on a flight to London. I can buy cameras and tripods and clothes and do things that make it easier for me to get a step ahead that other people do not have the access to do so. It's not really fair to say we all have the 24 hours. Essentially, technically everyone has 24 hours in day, but do we have the same access? Even if it's supportive parents, or even having parents or having a place to live, not having to choose between your heating or feed your kids or affording clothing or education, or just being able to afford everything to achieve a good standard of life. It's such a difficult topic of conversation, and do I think Molly meant any harm or malice? No. I do see what she's saying, that all Love Islanders have the same 24 hours to do what they need to do, fair enough. But everyone across the world, definitely not, and that's just my opinion. Amber was also asked, why do you think certain Love Island stars become more successful than others? To which she responded, we don't actually know who's the most successful. The amount of followers and brand details isn't the only metric for success. I personally enjoy, I've got my own property company, I buy property and I've got investments and stocks, and I prefer that to being at the forefront of the camera. She was then asked if there was anything she missed about life before fame, and admitted she was overwhelmed by fame. I enjoy it when I put my opinions out there, as I want to curate a solid audience for me. I want to build a solid audience that love me for me. Her next question was whether she had lip filler, which she admitted to. I've had minor amounts of lip filler. When they need a little bit they put 0.5 inches. Speaking about stars who had their lip fillers dissolved, something Molly-Mae and Meghan McKenna have publicly shared, she went on, and your faves who had their lip fillers dissolved, I'm pretty sure they just had them redistributed. That's the tea.